Hi guys, it's Mina, and today in this video I'm going to do my top 10 Cartoon Network shows. These are shows that I personally love to watch on Cartoon Network when it was on and when we had cable at the time. These are shows that I personally loved on Cartoon Network when the station was on, and also when they had these shows, and back when we had cable. So if you guys don't like any of these shows, then that's okay. Now, to be honest, most of these shows I do really like. It's just there's a couple that I kind of have a love-hate relationship, or either don't like anymore, or I used to like when I was younger and don't like anymore, and I'm going to try my best to explain why. So I'm going to get started. Number one on my list would have to be Looney Tunes. Now I'm talking about the older like mini cartoons that they had of Looney Tunes, like the different like Porky Pig and Bugs Bunny and yada yada yada. Now I love Looney Tunes. It's one of my favorite shows. My brother and I both grew up watching Looney Tunes. We watched it a lot at our parents' house. Like when we were kids, my brother and I used to pretend to be the two characters like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, or we'd also pretend to be Tweety Bird and stuff. So, by the way, if you guys are interested in my top 10 Looney Tunes characters, I will link that video down below. So yeah, I love Looney Tunes just because I like it was funny, goofy, silly, and it was fun to watch all the dumb characters lose to the smart characters. Number two on my list would have to be Tom and Jerry. The reason I love Tom and Jerry is because this was such a funny show, because you got Tom the cat who's trying to catch Jerry the mouse, but he always loses to Jerry, which is pretty funny. And he always gets in trouble for things that Jerry does, which is really funny too. Number three on my list would have to be Baby Looney Tunes. The reason I love Baby Looney Tunes is because this show is just so totally adorable. It's cute. You got cute little you got all the are your favorite Looney Tunes characters as babies, and how they learn stuff, which is pretty cute, and they learn valuable lessons. I know it's kind of like a show for younger kids, but to be honest, I found this show kind of cute because it kind of reminded me a little bit of my childhood, because when I was a kid, I grew up watching Looney Tunes, and Looney Tunes was my favorite show. Number four on my list would have to be Hamtaro. Now, to be honest, I actually kind of have a love and hate relationship with Hamtaro. I'll tell you the reasons why I love it and the reasons why I kind of hate it. I love this show because, one, the hamsters are totally cute, and two, it teaches vocabulary. And Harry, because I loved like vocabulary and stuff, and every time like I heard like a vocabulary word, I always have to ask my mom what the meaning of the word was. Because of stuff. So yeah, and I really liked the show because I found it kind of educational for me, because I was learning vocabulary on that show. Because there were a lot of like words I didn't understand. But there's one reason why I hate the show. The reason why I hate the show is because I hate the theme songs. They really are annoying. I mean, I found them catchy as a kid, but now that I'm an adult, every time the theme song comes on, I just want to fast forward it on YouTube. I always fast forward it on YouTube. Whenever I like find episodes on YouTube, I always just fast forward it just so I don't have to listen to the song. Number five on my list would have to be Ed, Edd and Eddy. Now, to be honest, I really hate the show Ed, Edd and Eddy now. If you guys watch my top 10 most hated shows, which I'll have a link to down below if you guys are interested, you know that I hate Ed, Edd and Eddy now. The reason, and to be honest, I honestly don't know why I even watched the show as a kid. Maybe the characters, I don't know, maybe I just watched it because it was on, and it was probably on, and now that I've seen like a couple episodes of it as an adult, I completely hate this show now. It's weird, it's disgusting, it's obnoxious, and the characters in this show are kind of not very bright. Number 6 on my list would have to be Scooby-Doo. No, the reason I love Scooby-Doo is because you got a group of teenagers and teenagers who try to solve mysteries, which is pretty cool, and a talking dog who helps them solve mysteries. I like how, the reason I like this show, because you got the gang solving mysteries and a group of teenagers and a dog solving mysteries and finding clues and stuff. Even though, like, there was one character, which I'm saying Daphne didn't really do anything. But to be honest, I did like her a little bit in, to be honest, I didn't like Daphne in Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Because she didn't even do anything. But I did like her a little bit in, whatchamacallit? In What's New Scooby-Doo and A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, because she was actually never a damsel in distress. Well, actually, she was a damsel in distress a little bit in What's New Scooby-Doo, but out of all the Scooby-Doo shows, I pretty much preferred Daphne in A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, because she actually did something in that show. And that's why I like Scooby-Doo, because you got like all the it's a funny show, and not only is it a funny show but I think it's pretty cool that you got a group of teenagers solving mysteries with a talking dog. That's what I meant to say, yeah. So I forgot to mention, like, one of my things about Daphne is that she didn't really do anything in Scooby-Doo and Where Are You, but she did do, or the Scooby movies or the other Scooby-Doo show. I can't remember the name of it, to be honest. But she did she always did something in A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. Here, to be honest. Sorry, that was a little off topic. Number 7 on my list would be Sailor Moon. The reason I like Sailor Moon is because you got all these cool superheroes from different planets, like planets who love to save the world, from the universe and stuff. And and that's what I love about it, because you got all these different teenagers from different planets who save the universe, and from, like, the Negaforce or something. I haven't seen the show in years, but I remember it by heart. Because you got Sailor Moon. My cousin used to like this show, too. She actually knows, like, all the names of the Sailor Scouts. I don't know if she still knows them anymore, but when she was younger, she knew all the names of the Sailor Scouts. I was like, they were all really cool. Well, Sailor Moon kind of didn't really... Well, Sailor Moon's alter ego, Serena, was kind of a complainer and stuff. But I did like her when she was Sailor Moon, because she'd, like, be more braver than she was when she was Serena. And she didn't even complain, which I really liked about her. Number 8 on my list would have to be the Powerpuff Girls. Now, I don't like the Powerpuff Girls anymore, but I liked this show when I was much younger. And the reason I like the Powerpuff Girls is because you got 3 5-year-old girls saving the world from evil, which is pretty cool. And none of them are really damsels in distress. They always get themselves out of trouble, which is pretty cool. They don't need a guy to save them or someone else to save them. Number 9 on my list would have to be Dexter's Laboratory. The reason I like Dexter's Laboratory is because you got a boy who thinks he's a genius, but he actually is not very bright, and his sister, who is a lot smarter than him, and she's older. Even though sometimes she isn't really smart. Well, they're both not very smart, obviously, which is pretty funny. Number 10 on my list would have to be Courage the Cowardly Dog. The reason I like Courage the Cowardly Dog is because there's a dog who's adopted by an elderly couple, and the dog is, like, scared of everything, which is pretty funny. Like, he's afraid of, aliens that come from outer space, and he tries to show his owners the aliens from outer space, and they don't believe him because they're not very bright. Right, and you got, like, the old lady, Muriel, who loves Courage, and then you got her husband, Eustace, who hates the dog. And calls him stupid, even though Courage is trying to protect the family, he still treats him badly, and Muriel just loves Courage and treats him nicely, which is nice, which is pretty funny. Okay, so those are my top 10 Cartoon Network shows. So I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.